Okay, so here we have a name of 1 and 2 and 3. 3 names for the first paragraph. And here we have red, green, blue. Okay, what is the font family I'm giving for that? Something like Seago UI. Okay, for dot red. This is referring second paragraph. For this, I want to give the font family. There is a different font family for this. Let me go with the Verdana. Verdana. Okay, save it and run the program. Refresh the program. Can you see and observe? Can you see and observe? For the first paragraph, a different font. For the second paragraph, we got a different font. Maybe this is not. These two are look like same. Huh? These two are look like same. Let me go and give the another font family. Font family. Can I go with the Times New Roman? So I'm giving Times New Roman here. And let me refresh this. Can you see and observe? The first paragraph font is different, font family is different, second paragraph font family is different. So how we got applied these particular styles? We got applied these particular styles to the element by writing the style tag. Style tag is basically internal style. Okay, later I will discuss about the internal styles and all. Don't worry about it. This is internal style. From the internal style, we are actually providing some kind of decoration. That decoration is font family changing. Got my point? Okay, so here I can say red, or I can say green, or I can say blue. By any name I can able to call. By any name I can able to call. And here I can say 1 or 2 or 3. By any name I can able to call. Got my point, guys? By any name I can able to call. Why? Because this particular first paragraph we have 3 names. 1, 2, 3. By space we are actually separating the names. By the space we are separating the names. 1, 2, 3. First paragraph having 3 classes. Second paragraph also having 3 classes. This is basically class attribute. Why class attribute is? And later when I come to the CSS, when I come to the JavaScript, then you people can understand how these classes are mostly important. Referring this HTML content to the CSS or referring this HTML content to the JavaScript. Okay. ID is unique. ID is, we could not provide a number of IDs here. Para 2. I could not give this. This is wrong. Identifier is only single value. But class, we can provide multiple values. ID is something like Aadhaar ID, voter ID, whatever you want. For example, persons are having voter ID and Aadhaar ID, something like that. In the same way, element also having ID, a single value. But a person can have a number of nicknames. In the same way, element also having a number of names, class names. Okay, how you are referring ID? For example, I want to write ID now. For example, this ID. ID is basically with hash symbol, para 2. For para 2, I want to give a background color. Let me give the background color, different color. Now I'm providing blue highlight color. By this ID, I am changing the background color. By default, one background color I already given. That is something like a purple. This one, this is not. This is something like a brown. I already given some brown color. That brown color got updated with a blue highlight color. Can you see and observe? A blue highlight color will come. Can you refresh this? No, not saved. Here we need to save the program and come to this. Now refresh. Oh my God. What happened? This is ID now.
Oh, already gave the color in a paragraph.
Yeah. Okay. Inline style is working. Fine. Okay, let me stop the inline style. If inline style is there, inline style will work. This is called actually inline style. But I'm writing here internal style. If inline style is there, inline style only call. Let me remove the inline style here. Style. This one I want to remove. If inline style is there, only inline style will work. If inline style is not there, then internal will work. Now internal will come. Let me show. Can you see blue violet color? I'm removing inline style. Okay. When I come to the CSS, I will detail about it. Style references, style preferences also. What is this? Which style is coming to the browser first? Which style is coming after that? Which style is last? I will discuss all these things later. But now we are actually learning about attributes. That's enough. What is a class? What is ID? What is this style? All these things we are trying to learn. Style for title for what is the use of title? Title for element. Title for element, which will give a pop-up when we hover on element. That is the first attribute. And width attribute, basically giving the horizontal space. Horizontal space. What about height? Vertical space. Okay. What about class? It's a simple nickname. Simple nickname for element. And we can able to give multiple class names also. All class names are separated with space. So how to give the class? How to give the title? For example, this is my element. Any element to take. That is title. Title is equal to some single quotes or double quotes. In open tag only we need to write attributes. In closed tag, don't write attribute. Always attribute will be okay. An important note point I need to specify here. Always attribute will be inside the open tag. Always attributes or inside open tag. What is an attribute first of all? What is attribute?
Their properties.
Attribute is a property. Yes. Attribute is a property of element. For example, dog have number of properties. Dog have number of properties, multiple properties. What are the multiple properties for the dog? What are the multiple properties for the dog? Name,
Gender, color,
gender, height, weight,
color.
Yeah, color, whatever you want. Breed, exactly. So these are the basically properties for element. In the same way, our elements also have some properties. Okay. So that important point you have to remember. And always properties or attributes are inside open tag. Don't write in a closed tag. Okay, that is one important point to remember. And come to the property names. The one is title. Use of title is nothing. Basically, when you hover on the element, you can able to see the title. And width is basically horizontal space. If you want to make some element fix with the particular size, you can give the width. Height also vertical space where you can use the height also. And class is simple nickname for element. We can able to give multiple class names, and class names are separated with the space. And one important use of class names are using for refer HTML element into CSS or JavaScript. Whenever you want to write some script for that, when you want to write some CSS for that, then class names are compulsory. Is it clear? For example, one more example I will tell about this. After this, I want to take a button. So for this button, I go for click me. For this button, I'm giving a title called click me. Okay. Let me write a style for the button. Let me write a style for the button. Style background color for the button is red, and color for the button is white. Color is text color, and background color is basically background, and border radius from 10 pixels. Okay, let's see how the button is going to be. How this button is going to be displaying with you. Okay, can you have a button here? Let me have a button here. This is click me. When you click on the button, I need to implement some JavaScript. When you click on the button, I need to show a pop-up box. So then I want to do one JavaScript attribute called onClick. onClick. onClick is an attribute for that. onClick, when I say onClick, then automatically I can able to show the alert. Alert is basically JavaScript. Okay, click it. When I go for onClick attribute, then automatically some JavaScript is working to you. So let me refresh this. When you click on the button, you got a pop-up box. This pop-up box basically coming from the JavaScript, from onClick attribute. Got my point? Any question here? Okay, so what are the other properties we have?
Sir, in the class section.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
While defining the class, if suppose by mistake we have defined two common names for class. For example, if we took 1, 2, 3 for the para 1, and we have defined for para 2, we have defined 2 and 3.
Right.
Okay, and in internal style, if we call on 1 and 2, so what will happen then?
The last line is first execution. Last line.
Sir, 2 is, yes, but 2 is in both the classes.
If the 2 is available in the both classes, okay, let me give the simple example.
And the statement contradicts because we are also defining 1 in the internal style.
Let me go with one simple example then for you can understand that. Okay, so you are saying that I am giving class 1 here. Okay, for
yes.
here
1, 2, 3 class 1, 2, 3.
Here I am giving 1, 2, 3. This is fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here you want 1, 2, 3. Okay, and here I am giving just 1. That's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let me write some style sheet for the class name called 1, and class here also there, no? Okay. Okay. Let me remove the classes here. Okay, keep it. Or let me give the 1. Okay, fine. That's not an issue. For 1, I want to give some font style. Okay, so already 1 is there. I'm writing the class .1. Okay, for this .1, background color is something like a brown color, and color is white color. This is the button basically.
Yes.
So when I say for 1 background color brown and color white, automatically all 1 related classes will change to all 1 related classes will go for some color. What is the color I given? Some brown color. Can you see and observe?
Brown color. Okay.
Okay. For example, your question is, sir, this is having
now,
one.
Sir, my question.
Here we have another class called 2. Okay. Yes. Let me give the 2 here. .2. .2 background color is something like a green, and the color is white. Now you can see the second line will execute. Second line is a top priority. Okay. Top priority. It means what? For the first button, we are writing CSS for 2 classes. 2 classes. One is 1, one is 2. But the last line is first preference to the browser. Automatically 2 will come for the second button.
Okay.
For the second class will execute first.
Clear.
Okay. For example,
clear.
Unfortunately, you are writing this 2 top. This one. Okay. Control X. Control V. When I am writing like this, last line is first preference. Last line is what? Dot one. 20th line.
Yes.
Can you see? 20th line is dot one. Dot one background color is what? Brown. So automatically brown will come. So green will not come now. Why? Because that was overridden already with brown.
Oh, okay. Understood, sir.
See, when I come to the class, CSS class, then I will give you the references and preferences of these particular styles and all. Okay, just now you try to observe the attributes. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. So let me go for some other special attributes also. So these are the basic attributes, common attributes which are going to be available. And now let me go for the special attributes. What are the special attributes? Can I go for image? IMG for IMG SRC. SRC is a special attribute for images. I already told you. Okay, let me take some image from something. Okay, images, flowers, or dogs. Let me go for flowers. Okay, beautiful flower I can take. Okay, let me copy this URL, copy image link, and paste in the SRC. That's this is image IMG. IMG is what type of tag? IMG is what type of tag? Can you see and observe?
Only open.
No. Self close.
Self close. Yes.
Self close. This is self close. Tags and types I already given. Paired and unpaired tags. In unpaired tag, third category is self closed. Okay, so save it and refresh this browser. I got an image also. Okay, I got an image, and this image is loading from SRC attribute. SRC is basically special attribute, right? SRC basically special attribute. Remember it. Okay, there are some other attributes also there, special attributes like href. Href we already discussed in hyperlinks. Href we already discussed in hyperlinks. Some href. Okay, some tag, some URL you can specify.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, how to upload? Sorry, in an image tag. If we have already saved an image in a laptop in computer.
Yeah, when I come to the when I come to the section for images, then see, I'm not actually done with images. Images is a separate section I need to take. It will take half an hour to 40 minutes.
Okay.
How to load images? There are multiple sources. There are multiple ways to load images. Okay, so I will take a session for that. No issues. Don't worry. Is it clear now? Just learn about attributes in this class.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. So this is enough till about properties and attributes. Let me go with one more topic. Types of elements. Types of categories of elements, whatever you call them. Okay. Categories of elements. There are two categories. One is block level element, one is inline element. Block level element. One is inline element. So what is this block level element? What is this inline element? I will go with. Block level element is an element which is occupying complete width of the page. Complete width of the page is called block level element. Is called block level element. An element which is occupying complete width of the page is called a block level element. Okay, for example, okay, let me write down a second one also. An element which is not occupying the complete width of the page is called a inline element. That is basically reverse for that. Reverse. An element which is not occupying complete width of the page is called inline element. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Okay. This one is not, I could not able to understand how this is coming like this. When I go to the home, when I type something, why it is doing here? Anybody using Paint in the Windows? Anybody using Paint in the Windows? How to use Paint? I don't know. I'm not using basically Windows machine. I'll be having a MacBook.
శ్రీనివాస్ గారు చెప్పండి. శ్రీనివాస్ గారు ఏం కావాలి?
ఇది పెయింట్ ఎలా చేయాలి?
అంటే ఏది మీకు ఏం పెయింట్ చేయాలి?
నాకు ఒక డ్రాయింగ్
బ్రష్ ఉంది కదా, బ్రష్ తీసుకోండి.
అంటే ఇట్లా మళ్ళా హోమ్కి వెళ్తూ ఉండాలా? మళ్ళీ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఏదన్నా?
అడిగండి, ఇక్కడ బ్రష్ ఉంది కదా, బ్రష్ ఉంది చూడండి పక్కకి.
బ్రష్
బ్రష్ డిజైన్స్ ఏం కావాలో ఆ డిజైన్ తీసుకుంటే చాలు.
ఓకే ఫైన్.
తీసుకొని ఇక్కడ కలర్స్ ఏది ఉందో సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుని ఇది చేస్తే మీకు ఇది అయిపోతుంది.
ఇక్కడ ట్యాబ్ ప్రతిసారి హోమ్ కి వెళ్ళాల్సి వస్తుంది కదా, ఇట్లా
ఆల్ట్ ట్యాబ్ పెట్టుకుంటే ఆల్ట్ అట్లా అంటారు. అది క్లోజ్ అయిపోతూ ఉంటుందండి, ఎందుకంటే అది మనకు హై ఇన్లో ఉంటుంది.
నాకు విండోస్ ఐడియా లేదులేండి, అందుకని. ఫైన్ ఫైన్. ఓకే, జస్ట్ observe how this block level elements and inline elements are going to be arranged. Let me take a web page like this. And when I go for web page, an element which is occupying full width of the page, this is called block level element. An element which is not occupying full width of the page, this is taking this much. And another element is going to be sitting in the same row. For example, in the classroom, how students are sitting in the row, how students are sitting in the bench. These elements, these three elements are called inline elements. Okay, so these three elements are called inline. This is inline. The same time, this is inline. The same time, this is inline. I want to keep multiple elements side by side. Then you need to take an inline element. If you want to take an element which is going to be occupying a full width of the page, this is called block level element. I will show programmatically, then you can understand how this block level elements and inline elements are going to be arranged. For example, some of the elements, if I am taking a paragraph, okay, let me save the diagram into 7x8 and block level inline, block inline .html. I will take a program, then you can able to understand how this block level inline elements are going to be working. Taking you, save it as block inline .html. Let's keep a paragraph. Okay, I'm not writing a March content, I'm just writing Srini. Okay, let me take another paragraph. Web development. Let me write another paragraph. Python, for example. Okay. If I'm having these three lines, the text is very less, right? Srini is very tiny text. We don't have that much content in the paragraph. And the second paragraph also, we don't have that much content. Web development, simple content. In third paragraph, we have a simple content, a tiny content, a Python. How many letters are there? 6 letters. But what is happening in the output is, the paragraph which is occupying full width of the page, it is not allowing the next element in the same row. Can you see and observe? Can you see and observe? This element already blocked the complete width of the page. This is called a block level element. If I say some colors, then you can able to understand how this is working. Let me give some style for this. Style, color. Or let me give the background color. Background color. Why background color? Samajh hota. Okay. This one is red, and for this style, background color is blue, and for this background color is green. Okay. If I am giving 3 different colors for 3 elements, when I am giving 3 different colors for the 3 elements, then you can see that The element is blocking or not? Red color is blocking the complete row or not? My question.
Yes, sir. It's blocking the complete.
Yes, yes, sir.
It is blocking the
Yes,
full
sir.
width. It is blocking the full width of the page. That is the reason the web development coming to the next line. And web development already blocked. The second paragraph also got blocked. Then Python will come into the next line. So when you have this type of block level content, you have to go with this. No, sir, I want to go with the inline element. Inline element, for example, let me take some span tag. There is an element called span. Span, again, Srini I'm giving. And span, again, web development I'm giving. And again, span, I'm giving the Python. Can you see and observe? Now I'm trying to giving a span here. And this span background color is, style background color is same, red. The second span style background color is green. The third span background color is blue, for example. Okay, let me give here style background color blue. We have 3 spans here. But how this span is going to be sitting on top of the page, you just observe that. Okay, after the paragraphs, I have spans here. Can you see the span here? How spans are sitting? How paragraphs are sitting? Paragraphs are actually blocking the complete width of the page. That is the reason paragraph is called a block level element. But span is not like that. Span is an element which is occupying only that particular content. Srini is the tiny content. That much it will take. And then next, immediately web development in the same row it will come. Why? Because we have a space, lot of space. And Python is also a span. Python also sit in the same row. You would understand how the things are happening with span? How the things
Yes,
are
sir.
happening with the paragraph? Okay, there is a section called division. Divisions. Let me go divisions here. After the spans, I want to take a divisions. Division is the div. Div is the division. Div is a section. When you are using a div tag, div is also one tag. I want to tell you. Div is also a block level. Div is a division. Division is a box. It's a container. Div is a container. Span is a container. Everything is container. Paragraph is a container. Paragraph is a container for the text. Div is the container for anything. Span is the container for text basically. Now I'm giving divisions, 3 divisions under the spans. Can you see these 3 divisions also blocking the content? Can you see blocking or not? But para to para, the paragraph is different, division is different. Paragraph is having some space. Para to para, some space is coming. But division will not take a space. Got my point. So now tell me, what is the kind of content a div is? What is the kind of tag div is? What is the kind of tag div? What is the kind of tag div? Div, block level, paragraph, block level. Exactly. Now, what is the kind of tag inline? What is the tag inline?
Span.
Span. Okay, let me go for the span. Span. Yes, images. IMG. I want to show images also. And one more thing, hyperlinks. A tag. A also inline. A inline, IMG inline, span inline, and iframe inline. Later I will discuss all these tags, iframe and all. Okay. Come to the program. I want to take some images. Okay, let me take some images. Yeah, IMG SRC. Oh my God, where is the image? I want to take some image now. Again, flower. Images. Okay, let me take this one. Take this one, copy image link. Now src, paste it. That's fine. Now I want to take the complete image one more time. The same image I want to take one more time. Like, okay, img src. One more time. I will take one more image. img src. Sir, after the session, one more time join, huh? Please. Today onwards, we have to go for 3 sessions. After the session is going to be ending by 7 minutes. After ending the session, please join one more time. Everybody okay with that?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sir.
That's fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here I got 3 images. Let me show how these images are basically sitting. Where Shahrukh? Not saved. Program need to get saved. And one more thing, let me set up a style sheet for the images. img width and height. Width of the image 200 pixel and height of the image 150 pixel. Let me refresh the browser. Can you see how these images are coming? Images are sitting side by side. It means image tag is inline tag. Image tag is inline tag, obviously. Exactly. Okay. Let me go for hyperlinks. Let me take some hyperlinks. Okay. Yeah. href. Okay. So some dummy tag I'm giving. Some Google. And a href dummy. I don't. This is a blank URL. I'm giving Apple. Okay. I have 2 hyperlinks now after the images. But these 2 hyperlinks are basically sitting side by side or line after line. Google and Apple. Can you see Google and Apple? Side by side. It means what? Hyperlink also inline.
Inline.
Okay. Let's see the list items. How the list items. So by practice, you can able to understand. By giving the background color, you can understand how this is blocking. Just provide a background color. How it is blocking, then you can understand. Without providing background color, you can't able to understand this is occupying full or this is occupying part of the line and all. Okay. So this is the one more important tag we got. And these categories of elements you got to understand. Like what is block level element, what is inline element and all. Now let me go for iframes. Iframes are inner frames. Inner frames in our web page. Okay, how to work with iframe? Iframe SRC. That's it. This is bare tag. Iframe SRC. Okay, iframes are using, and we can load node point. We can load PDF files or PPTs or any kind of files you can able to load with EXL file. By iframes. Okay. So what I can do now? Let me create an iframe. Let me close all these things. Next program, new program. Save it as iframe.html. Now let's see. This is iframe basically. I will show one iframe where you are going to be working with YouTube. So just go to YouTube, youtube.com. Okay, so let's have something. Let's have this video. So I want to play this video in my web page. What I want to do is go for the share button here and go for the embed button here. And can you see some iframe is available here? Can you see the iframe of the URL? Iframe is available there. So you can copy all the things. I don't want all these properties. Only SRC is enough. Only SRC is enough. Allow full screen. No. And these things, these properties are all not required. What I can do, I copy it here.
In right corner, sir.
This one is not required. This one SRC, you will take only SRC value. Whatever the SRC value we have, that much is value. Control C. Go to the program. Iframe, SRC. Copy the URL. Then iframe. I just want to load iframe now. Okay. So let me launch this. Okay. So from my web page, my iframes.html is loading some video from YouTube. I got a SRC value. From the SRC value, I got loaded a URL. Can you see this? I can able to play this. I can able to play this. See, some kind of websites you are seeing some trailers, or for example, you take a website called a real estate website or hospital website. They will give some promotional video in the same web page, in the home page. Promotional video or ad video, whatever. Real estate ad or hospital view, something. They will keep a video at the bottom of the page or center of the page and top of the page. Can you see that? That kind of things are basically loading iframes. Iframes are inner frames. Hyperlinks are different. Hyperlinks are linking another web page to our web page, navigating to another web page. But this iframes are not like that. Iframes, I can able to place a number of iframes in the same page. Okay, for example, I want to load a number of iframes here. But when you load a number of iframes, automatically traffic is full for your website. Automatically network is down. So don't recommend multiple iframes in the same web page. We don't recommend multiple pages in the same web page. Sir, class is going to be ending in a minute. Please join one more time. I'm telling to everyone, class is going to be ending in a minute. Please join one more time.